Good evening, good afternoon, good day, depending on where you're at in the world. Welcome to Virtual Panama, everyone. Hope you're all well. As you can see, I've been doing quite a bit of sprucing up the joint, as it were. A little tweak here, a little tweak there. Hope you're all doing fantastic this fine day. Follow the flight plan. Do not follow what the hang on, because my flight plan should be correct. What it says on the stream title should be the correct one. And that's also something you can just put in the chat. You don't have to PM me for. Yeah, MPPS. No, we should be ending at MPPS. Anyway, say hello to everyone in the chat. Now that I've gotten derailed off my intro. Got some people to say hello to here in Virtual Panama. We got Ben McClure here. Good to see you. Ed is here. Glad to see you are here. Two-Tone Murphy is here. Good to see you, my friend. Noel K, good evening to you. Allison Johnson is here. Good to see you. Catbat9, hello, hello. Tortuga Hearing. Haha. Tortuga Gaming says hello. Well, hello. Alson's switching to the laptop after a shattering day. Well, hope you recover and get a good night's rest. Ed, no. Where am I? Kingsman is here. Good to see you from Liverpool. I'm here in Michigan, and good evening to you. Technical is here. Good to see you. Is the audio fancy? I don't think the audio's fancy. I haven't done anything extra special. I tweaked with an EQ, but that's about it, so I don't know how I sound. Haha! Let's see. Back on track. WB1990 is here. Good to see you. Seamus McNeil is here. No audio. We'll fix after the computer has finished backing up my server. Just stopped in and say hello. Well, glad to see you, Seamus. Let's see if sorry, no, you're good. Goblin's here. Good to see you. Randy Hurst is here. Good to see you as well. Fast P84 is here. Good to see you. Rogers RC75 is here. Well, welcome one and all for a nice little leg here in Panama. We're going to look over the Panama Canal, have a fun little landing at a little island, and apparently Tortuga has some good inside info of the area, which is awesome. I did the first leg of this last night in VR, and it was fantastic. Warhamster is here. Aha! Warhamster is on a Zoom call, but will join us soon. So I also got a new camera. My place is a disaster, so this camera isn't going to stay up, but yeah, new camera and fancy. It's going to go away now. So we are flying the little 152 because it's a fun little airplane, and yeah, it's just fun to fly. So, make sure everything's good to go. Yep, we're good to go. So, get inside of the cockpit. Make sure our parking brake is set. Fuel comes on. we preset our trim. Mixture forward, throttle cracked. Master switch is on, beacon on, mag switched to start, clear prop. And she's on. Make sure she's idling right around 900 to 1000 RPM. Okay, nav lights are coming on. Avionics are coming alive. Radios are coming on. There's the nav comms. Here comes the transponder. So we're squawking. So today the F-15 got its update, and I haven't yet had a chance to check it out. Although, interesting point of note, someone on FlightSim.to with a lot of saying that they have a lot of background in aerospace engineering, including a PhD, made a flight dynamics update to it. So I haven't tested that out either. I wanted to give the update a chance. So I'll be doing that probably after the stream. So exciting stuff. So we're going to go ahead and, of course I did not update the time because it should be early morning. Wow. That's true. There we go. We'll call it 6:30. So we're going to go ahead and get rolling. Get a little oomph out of the engine in order to break inertia. So we're gonna do a couple of things here and there, and we're going to roll to the end of the taxiway. We're gonna kind of, bypass the lines because meh. Okay, basically past the whole short line. Strobe lights are coming on. Now, this first leg, we're going to be hugging the shoreline. We're not going to be just going across the water because that would be boring. You wouldn't get a good look at the land from there. So, line up on the runway. We're good to go. So we slowly advance the throttle. Good news after news here. Have on an auto 15 mic. Nice. So we're gonna get up and away. There's 55 knots. There's 60. We're up in the air. We'll just tap on the toe brakes to get the wheels from. There's Ed down at the end of the runway. We see you. I can say there's a huge F-U to the new pageant. Nice. Flaps coming up after 300 feet. Wayland's in. Good to see you. So we're going to go ahead and watch everyone's takeoff. There's Cat-Bat. We see Fast Pete, Rad Pilot Randy, Technical, USA PR1, Tortuga. Roger that, Goblin. Nice little strip. There's Pete. There's Cat Bat. There's Commandant Muttley. Papa Joe B just got in from cleaning up a record snowfall of 30 inches last night. Bring on the Tylenol. Yeah, you take it easy, Papa Joe. We're going to start leveling off where we're leveling off our altitude, because we really don't need to go very high. I did get some sound. Uh-oh. Flight Sim's having an issue. Of course Flight Sim did that. Well, we'll just say it's getting it out of its system now. It's all good. It happens. The important part is OBS is still working. I gotta figure there's a bit of instability in the fact that they're working on the big update, which is causing server instability. It's fine. It's what it is. Draco's in. Good to see it. Like I said, it's just getting it out of its system right now. See, I have other stuff. I'd show you the other screen, but well, actually, I tweaked it. So you can't see all of the messages in my room. I think the issues are more just Flight Sim. I'm not getting the driver issues like I was. So there's that. It is improvement of some kind. I should probably put a light on. Whilst Flight Sim loads. Nice. Might have to check that out. Tropical Rays. Yeah, this is actually the first stream I've done since getting the new power supply installed. So, huzzah. See, I did cut my hair last night, but I'm wearing a hat. Not because I did a bad job, it's just I like wearing hats. Also took care of a lot of that nonsense. I was out of regs. So we're just waiting on the old simulator to do its thing. Draco's just getting home from work, logging soon. Awesome. Look forward to getting you in the flight. Ah, the coffee. Well, it was a case of I was watching one of the tech I watched some tech YouTubers, Jay's 2 Cents, and he was troubleshooting somebody's system that was having similar problems, and where the game would crash after so long, and it was acting like a driver problem. But I've did a complete clean wipe of the GPU drivers, and I was still getting the problem, so I got a new PSU that was better rated, a little higher power, and it seems to have alleviated the driver errors, but it's still being flight sim. Phone. Nice. You just go to Just Flight and download it like you did when you initially purchased. It's just they updated the installer. So we're gonna try this again. Now the El Simo is back up and running. Weight and balance. Don't need them. Don't need that. Fuel. Let's see. Weather preset. Pro. Tropical rays. Let's give that a shot. So, fly. No hardware upgrade. I played with an equalizer settings in OBS. I had some new soundproofing tiles to help alleviate echo, and a new camera. Beyond that, it's pretty well the same as it was. So, we're going to go back to here and go through the startup procedures in rapid fashion. Have instruments, nav lights. There's that. Com 2 and nav 2. ADF is on. Parking brake is off. I've got you, Ed, right at the end of the runway. Might just need to give it a second. If anything, Ed, just go ahead and take off, and hopefully they'll load in. Yeah, it can be weird. Worst case scenario, go into the data settings and cycle the multiplayer on and off. So 29 to run the DHC. Nice. How's it going, John? Good to see you. You see peeps with your peeps. Not quite to Easter candy yet, but peeps are kind of fun. So we'll get formers back up by circling the airfield. Hope you're well, John. Names in my brain. But I definitely see you, Ed, so... I don't know. Well, it's definitely Tuesday. It is my first stream of the week because I had to do some computer surgery and a little bit of house cleaning on Sunday. But it's Taco Tuesday for those of you that have easy access to tacos. It is the East USA server. You may need to either cycle the server or go into your general settings under data and then turn off multiplayer and turn on multiplayer if you're having issues seeing it. Awesome. Is it Taco Tuesday? I mean, taco. You say that like it's you have to limit taco intake. Tacos are great, man. Every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday in the world. It's just some places don't have as easy access to tacos as others. All right, now that Ed's getting airborne, we're going to get in the old cockpit. We're gonna descend a bit because we're almost at 2,000 feet. We're almost too high. No, that's not what I wanted. What am I doing? There we go. Buttons. Dangerous, dangerous buttons. Okay, we're sitting at about 2,400 RPM. Get that nose down. We're going to go ahead and start following the coast to our first stop. No, don't you dare pitch back up, you little airplane. It could be Taco Wednesday, but it doesn't rhyme, or it's a W and a T as opposed to a T and a T. We made the tacos, but we even have a Taco Bell. Ooh, there you go. Taco Bell, I mean, for at least over here, it's a very Americanized Mexican food. So you can't really call it authentic Mexican food, but I mean, they're okay. I've heard that they're a great place to go when you've had too many adult beverages. Yeah, Europe doesn't do fast food like America does. It's kind of disgusting. Well, disgusting in the sense of we do way too much fast food. Okay, so we're going to dial her back to 2,400 RPM. Yeah, John, I wish I could say that. Look at that. There's Ed overflying the water. So we're just going to overfly the coast on our way to Panama City. Just finished a Galaxy and salted caramel McFlurry. A what? That's been ordered in for herself. Nice. Galaxy. I'm guessing that's a candy bar, and I'm gonna guess that it seems like it's related to the Milky Way over here, because it seems like Europe has things that are the exact same thing as things over here. They just have a different name. Yeah, because like a Milky Way bar is basically it's chocolate, caramel, and like nougat. It's kind of like a Snickers with no peanuts. Colonel was the extreme helpful. I did my best, Ed. I'm glad it worked out. Oh dear. Oh, I mean, it's Taco Tuesday. It's all about the food. And my heart goes out to those that don't have as ease of access to tacos. Because tacos are great. Little ground beef, lettuce, cheese, maybe some diced tomatoes. I'm not a fan of sour cream all that much. But look at the scenery. It looks like we got a little bit of fog coming up. Going nice and low. Salsa, if you go with salsa, you don't need to do the diced tomatoes, that's for sure. Because the tomatoes, depending on what kind of salsa you get, you might already have tomatoes in it. I feel like I'm going way faster than everyone else and I feel bad. But I'm indicating a little over 100 knots. Well, once again, I think I messed up on the time. I'm on Tropical Rays from SoFly, and yeah, time should be, we'll put it at 7 in the morning. Tacos are awesome. How about a bit of spicy sauce? Nah, I'm not a spice. I'm not into spicy. I don't mind a little bit of flavor and a little bit of kick, but I don't do spicy that much. I don't like it. I don't like eating food and having my nose instantly drain. Not my idea of fun. That is a cloud of fireflies if I ever saw them. That is an excellent question. Perhaps Tortuga could enlighten us. Because I don't know. And I have a feeling that to some degree they're kind of glazed over more than they should be from the water mask. Fish farming. Possible. It's possible fish farming. So kind of like fish hatchery type stuff. Yeah, Tetris. So I should probably make sure we're not, okay, we're not diving towards the ground. Papa Joe B is already in Panama City. This is definitely the longest leg of the trip, but it's kind of designed to build up the suspense of where we're going and what we're going to see and all the fun to be had there. So it looks like Technical in either a Baron or a Seminole. So when we get to Panama City, we're not just going to fly straight to the airport. We're going to fly around the city itself and come in from the north. So I think it's runway 01, but we'll do a nice see Uncle's coffee plantations in the mountains north of us. Nice. Well, if we were in something faster, we could go up and visit Tortuga's uncle for some tacos and some coffee. So if anybody wants coffee, just talk to Tortuga. He could probably hook you up. 6 Knots is in. Good to see you. Let's see, that sounds, it'd be awesome if Tortuga's doesn't mind. Oh, absolutely. Consent is everything. 2 favorite things, tacos and coffee. Some places, I wish, this is one thing that I wish taco places would do more of, breakfast tacos. Put a little egg in there, some crumbled sausage, maybe add a little tomato in there just for a little vegetable, little something other flavor. Oh, that would be glorious. It certainly is. There's the Seminole. Love that little air. I like the Seminole a lot. I personally like it better than the Mooney. I know that sounds like sacrilege, but for some reason I just do. And the night lighting in VR in the Seminole is just amazing. He doesn't mind, but we'll get ceviche. What is ceviche? Egg burritos, the best. Pico, and we're talking about food. Oh yeah, I mean, it started, and it doesn't take much to get me started on food. I like food. I know, I'm a heretic. Sometimes I just get called demon. But that's usually just the covenant. This is our pokey buttish. Yeah, no, I love the 152. It's one of the airplanes that doesn't get as much love as it really deserves, because it's a great little airplane. It's not fast, but it's stable, and it's just nice to fly. Aha, Peruvian sushi. Raw fish with lime, onions, and a lot of herbs. It tastes better than it sounds. I sure hope so, because raw fish has me at a concern. So we're going to continue to try to stick close to the shoreline. And that is... There's a reason I'm looking backwards. Man, that sun. That sun sure is something. Oh yeah, that's a bright sun. Ooh, get your sunglasses out for that. My goodness. Yeah, the 152. It's kind of like this and like the L19 don't get as much attention as they kind of deserve because they're both fun little airplanes to fly. I mean, from a modeling perspective, the 152 being a default airplane probably has more polish to it, but even then, there's still the L19 is still a fun little airplane. And just everyone seems to overlook it. It makes me sad because I love the classic Cessnas. Really interested to see what airplane will come out of Coronado next. My fingers are crossed for a 170. Next airport, runway 19 has a very steep final approach. Runway 1 has a big hill just to the right of the approach. Yep, and we're going to... Yeah, 150 is great. We're coming in from the north, so I think we're landing on 19. And why isn't Sim Toolkit Pro showing up? Oh, I didn't add it in. I'm a silly goose. Browser, Sim Toolkit. Let's see. It's connected, so streaming. That probably looks awful. Let's do 100. Okay. Don't mind my odd flying. Magic 888 is in. Good evening to you. Don't mind my erratic flying. I'm problem solving where we go, or while we go. Well, that might have to wait until we land, because that's odd. It should show up. Well, thank you, Paragon. Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're having a decent Tuesday. We're just down here in Panama. Well, I appreciate it. And it was good to see you. Oh, Sim Toolkit Pro Y. Call sign. I wouldn't mind it showing the airframe. Get a little closer to the shoreline. Let's see, let's do... Yeah. Well, that worked. So, what's wrong with this one? Let's get rid of that nonsense. Hey, there it goes. Let's add, make that a 2. I can do things while I'm flying. I just don't know why that scroll bar is there. But now I can resume normal flying, so huzzah. No more erratic flying. Got quite the crowd today. Good to see everyone flying along. Here in the land of Panama. It's not quite a land down under, but it's a lot warmer. We won't be flying directly into the sun now for a minute. It's a land in the middle. Started a question. I'm now above you at 6,000 feet. Oh dear. Well, the important thing is you're here. Love this little airplane. Now, I was flying past this one because I like looking at airports as I fly by them in Flight Sim, because I do that in real life too. And I was passing this one and I got distracted messing around with the weather settings and I missed it. So I want to watch this one this time. Kind of power flaps down coming in. Roger that, Goblin. Got you in sight, Druid. I do not. Most I've had is a student pilot's license. But I've been around aviation my whole life, so I've been flying's in my blood. Oh, silly Nan. Let's see. Dashboard. Disconnect. Connect to sim. Connect to flight sim. Current flight. Hey, there we go. Problem solving. I wonder if I just do this. Let's see. Properties. Let's see. Almost. Let's try. Properties. Give it 10 more pixels. Hey, there we go. Cool. We are sneaky. And there was much rejoicing. And every time I hear about rejoicing, it makes me think of the old show Home Improvement. Tim Allen, main actor, and whose character's name was Tim Taylor, at one point in time he made this home cut video. It had to do with ballet, and it's just like, and the peasants rejoiced. It was just, if I find it on YouTube, I'll post it on the Discord. It's just funny. But every time I hear rejoicing, that's the first thing I think of. Oh, absolutely. With the new update, we're going to spend a lot of time exploring the UK, Scotland, Wales, Ireland again. We're going to do the Mach Loop. That's the only thing holding back the Mach Loop trip is the big world update for the UK and Ireland. That's the only thing holding it up, because I want to do it and I want to do it right. And I can't say that I'm doing it right if I don't have, or without the update. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That's another golden movie that you couldn't make nowadays. 100%. So I was seeing about replays in the sim, or not that much. Yeah, I've been seeing bits and bobs, but I haven't really looked into it myself all that much. So hopefully it's a thing soon. Speaking of Magic Mach Loop, has anybody tried the Dornier Alpha Jet? I've not. I saw it this morning. Haven't really had the appropriate amount of time to try it out, but I'm hearing good things about it. A lot of Sky Parking UK wants to for sure. It'll be France, Belgium, Luxembourg. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of European places, like the Netherlands I'd really like to explore, because my grandfather, he was Dutch. I think he was the first generation born here in the States after his parents immigrated from the Netherlands. There's a big Dutch population here in Michigan. Oh, France. Once France gets the update, I'm going to be checking out Normandy again. Belgium, I'll check out Wait, no, that was still in France. It was near Belgium. Or was it in Belgium? Dunkirk. I don't know about Black Dutch. He was just Dutch. First thing to do in France, passing under the Eiffel Tower, done since. Nice. Hopefully they make it flyable under. And of course, once that gets updated and we get a Mustang and a Spitfire, or a Mustang and a 109, have to fly under it in Chase. Dunkirk is in France. Okay. If I remember correctly, it's close to Belgium, though. Hence my confusion. Not that it takes a whole lot to get me confused. I confuse easy. Seen the movie. Oh, yeah. I saw it in theaters when it was first released, and it's amazing. Hey guys, late again. Just lifted. John Mathers, you're not late. You arrived exactly when you needed to. I will never, ever say that somebody is late, at least with any sense of seriousness. I'm just happy y'all keep me company on these flights. Oh dear. Well, it's just getting it out of its system. We'll try to think positive. Yeah. Oh, for sure, Draco. Yeah. Without a doubt. Get a B-17, a Lancaster. Gotcha. I believe there's an airport not too far back off of where we start, from where we're at. We passed by it. I couldn't honestly say what it is off the top of my head, so I'm looking it up. You can probably spawn at MPSM. Noel. Just made it sound like Tim the Tool Man Taylor when he said B7. MP. Oh, MPRH is what I meant. We passed by Wait, is it SM? MPSM is. I thought we passed MPSM. Yeah, that's true. We're not that far from SM. I suppose. You're right. You're right. Don't mind me. I'm just a big old silly pants. Sir Blackie a lot is in the area. Good to see you, my dude. Oh no, WB 1990 just lost a lot of altitude really quickly. There's Sir Blackulot, the resident painter Firefly, or one of. It's blowing hooly out here tonight. I'm gonna have to understand what that means. I'm guessing it's an equivalent of it's very, very windy. That just looks like a tall building in the middle of a golf course. Aha, strong winds, yes. Blustery. Looking out for the elephants and woozles. What weather settings? I'm getting blown out on live. Yeah, we're on the Weather Preset Pro Tropical Rays? Tropical Rays from Weather Preset Pro. Sir Blackie a lot is in the chat. Good to see you, my dude. Hope you're well. Oh, for sure. Between England and Ireland, I'll get the slang down. It's all a process of being exposed to it and understanding it. With the current global situation that we're in right now, I've yet to confuse my friends with saying crack. Saying we're having good crack, because they'll look at me funny. I know they will when they first start doing it. But I've gotten in the habit of saying it. They're going to look at me cross-eyed and be like, what? It means fun. It's not spelled the same way. There's a small section of hills. Isn't that just pretty? Yeah. Luckily, my friends are already used to me being a little off kilter, we'll say. So I might have a chance of getting away with it. So we're going to go ahead and turn left a little bit. Huzzah. There's Ed Reed as well. Good to see you in the air, Ed. So we're starting to make left because Panama City is just up ahead. VOR 110 to fly over Taboga Island. So we're going to switch to (110). Switch into cockpit. So we need to head about 05. That's okay, Ed. You just had to talk over the engine. No worries. No, you know, those cockpits get loud. So I was in New York yesterday doing Epic during takeoff and landing. Nice. Yeah, New York's an area that I haven't flown around a lot. It might seem weird being an American and not flying around like New York and the big cities and whatnot. To me, they don't have the glamour or appeal that they do a lot to a lot of people. I'm a smaller town kind of person. I like seeing, you know, the small town America as we call it. If I want to go to the big city, I can go to Chicago or Detroit within a few hours and, you know, get enough big city for a while. Yeah. Although I'll say this, if I have to travel somewhere, I would rather travel to Detroit than Chicago, just for the sheer sake of traffic. Trying to get into Chicago is ridiculous. It's not so bad getting into Detroit. Especially because I always know there's going to be construction somewhere. It's always just a surprise of where. So we're going to check our VOR and we're way off. I'm going to guess it's that silent, but this is... Well, it's not that far out of the way. I will say this. Chicago deep dish pizza, it's good. I prefer Detroit deep dish. It's a little bit different, but I just like the way it's done a little bit better. Detroit is the home of GM and Ford and Chrysler. Well, it used to be Chrysler. I don't know. They've got a headquarters there. I think it's their at least North American headquarters, even if they're owned by Fiat now. Tobago Island. Any interesting notes about Tobago Island? Is crying over. Yeah. Yeah, the photogrammetry can bring a system to its knees. Yep. And RoboCop. And doesn't get featured in video games all that often. I'll admit, it doesn't surprise me for some reason, Tortuga. I was looking at the buildings last night in VR and I was like, oh, those are neat looking buildings. They seem a little out of place with the rest of the architecture around the city, but hey, they're fancy. Detroit Become Human. Yeah, I haven't played that. I hear good things about it. I've heard mixed things about it. Either people love it or hate it. I've not played it, but that's like one example of Detroit in like a sea of nothing with Detroit. Mines and Inca structures in Central America. That's an excellent question. I don't know. It's possible. Yeah, I've got a buddy that enjoys it too. It's one of those games that I didn't pick up because it didn't kind of, I don't know, it doesn't seem like something. It didn't have the interest to me other than the fact that it was Detroit. Man, I haven't been to Detroit since the end of October 2019. It's been a minute. In 1989, it's called Aha. Machu Picchu is sort of there, but it's not hand modeled. That makes sense. Did they make it? Does the AutoGen make it look like an office building? Because that would be kind of funny. Some of the buildings look like modern houses. Oh dear. And Detroit, depending on where you go in Detroit, it can be either really nice or not that great. It all depends on where you're going and how far off you wander from the beaten path. The key is to stay on the beaten path, stay where it doesn't look shady. No, but modern. Gotcha. Oh dear. Double messages. We're in Drake, I don't know. Yeah. Like, Livonia's not bad, which is one of the suburbs. I got a buddy that lives in Livonia. I got a couple of buddies that live in Livonia. I usually end up either in Livonia or Ypsilanti or downtown at the Renaissance Center or Romulus. Oh, it's not just Detroit that has the mega potholes. It's a Michigan thing that we could really go into, but I don't feel like doing it on stream. Yeah. There are memes about potholes in Michigan. Needs an update on Central. Oh, for sure, and I'm more than certain they'll get to it. I think what they're really doing is they're kind of going to the places that are more commonly traveled, or where they have a stronger user base, I guess. So like Europe and the U.S. and Japan. I'm sure Korea will come in short order. Central America, South America, Africa, Asia. Speaking of Asia, we get to look forward to the Indian tour from Murphy. Southern Michigan, lots of salt and ice. What happens when I was Yep. If you're meaning what I'm thinking you're meaning, I do the same thing. Although with the current world situation, it hasn't been as big of a need because I don't go very many places. Now we're going to make a left-hand turn, and we can see the fantastic-looking buildings in the back, or up ahead. There's Druid, Draco, Tortuga. There's Papa Joe. There's Ed Reed, Whalen, WB 1990, Al. Wow, everyone. Wee. Roger that, Draco. I don't blame you. My buddy in Livonia does as well, whenever he can. It's just a wise precaution. It's like carrying an umbrella around. You might not need it, but it's nice to have when you do. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. If you know what I'm saying. So, we're coming up on a really fancy bridge and some fancy buildings. It's like carrying a James Bond umbrella. Yes. %100. I have no doubt, Waylon, but it's believe me, it sounds weird to a lot of Americans too, so don't feel too bad. I don't know who coined the expression, but it's words of wisdom in my book. When seconds count, police are minutes away. Just different societies, man. Yep. Absolutely, Kingsman. Look at those fancy buildings. Strange weight was circled with a center point on the. I don't know. There was a strange white circle with a central point on the summit. I don't know. There's a bridge going across the river. There's some buildings that we're coming up on. So I'm going to fly around. We'll land, and then we'll check out the city. As this has been quite the leg. Yeah, I don't have those commands set up, so I guess it does work. Never mind. Don't listen to me. So we're going to land on runway 19. Panama City has a modern city center and a old town called Casco Viejo, which still has the old architecture from the Pirate Age. Nice. Yeah. So we're gonna check out the city after we take off. So we're gonna land on runway 19er. Watch everybody's landings of those that haven't already landed. And then we'll take back off, check out the city, go down the river and check out the canal. So I had seen Squirrel early on with Flight Sim fly into and around here, and it was neat. So it's actually really fun coming back in and flying into it myself and really checking it out. It's been really neat. So there's the airfield down there. So we'll line up for downwind. We'll go ahead and reduce power. And I'll tell you what, this approach was quite the trip in VR, because it's a steep approach. And you're really looking at the trees like, oh, I don't want to hit the trees. And we're going to skip that one. Okay, we're in the white arc, so notch flaps comes down. Start turning left. There's a road. Yep, she's a steep approach, all right. Oh, pull up over the trees. Let's miss that tree as well. Center line, roll out, start the flare. That wasn't too bad. Go ahead and pull off right over here. We'll stop. get our there's John E, and this thing needs to move a little faster. Sorry for missing everyone's landings. Whilst I get the camera set up. It's Cap at 9's down. Black Sir Black Yacht is down. John E is down. It's a steep approach. And we're just going to skip that one. Pardon me, gurgle. Aha. G Slayer's in the house. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Nicely done, Kingsman. Well done. Now, I'm going to pull a Murphy because the man's smart. Me happens on occasion. That's not actually the button I wanted, so we'll go back to that. And we'll go to this. I'm going to restart the sim because while it is behaving, I also want to make sure that it stays behaving. So we're going to skip that song. We're going to restart. Well, we may not restart the sim. We may just go out into the menu. Wayland is off for the night. Good to have you along. Glad to see you're well. Wait, am I reading double message? I'm reading double messages. You have a good night, Wayland. Glad you were along for the trip. Okay, so I'm going to set there. Not edit. Let's do that. We're going to stay in that. We let things load, wait and balance. Edit, edit, edit. Ooh. Here's that. Da, da, da. Yep, that's what we want. We're going to roll the time back to about there. Let's see, MPMG. And hit button. You have a good night, Tortuga. We are on the East USA server, G-Sir. Ah, gotcha. I thought I just wanted to make sure. Alright, we're back in. So, startup procedures. Helps if you turn the fuel switch on. Here we are. Avionics on. He's on. Ooh, and Nees KG is rating with a party of 28. Many thanks for the raid. Hope your stream went well. Ryan BR7 with the follow. Many thanks. Okay, so we're going to get Update Sim Toolkit Pro real fast. As more noises are coming in, as CM Til Pat Tuluk Co. is now following. Many thanks. Samuel's Let's Play is now following. Many thanks. Very nice. Thanks for the follow, Cosmic 1205 and Vic Games 2000. Hope you're well. And we'll say and because it's easy, and my brain is having a difficult time processing it all. Hope your stream went well. Many thanks for the raid. It is greatly appreciated. We're here in Panama at Mike Papa Mike Golf, and we're gonna go up the channel to Mike Papa Echo Juliet. Create from root. Wow, whoa, so much is happening, let's see. Art Games Land House is now following. Thank you for the follow from Ann as well. And Tortuga tip $20. Many thanks, my dude. That's awesome. It all happens at the same time. Now I know how Murph feels. Many thanks, everyone. I do greatly appreciate it. I'm very humbled by your generosity and interest. I hope you enjoy what you watch. I'm just finishing up the Sim Toolkit Pro information for the flight data on this stream. And there we are. Okay. Did it not save the flight? You cheeky. Well, how do? So, let's get rolling. So we're going to take off from runway 19 that we also landed on our way over the channel. We will take off, we will fly around the city, we'll check out the fancy bridge, and then we'll head to the north over the channel, do a quick landing there. Man, it was all kicking off. Many thanks. Hope you're all doing well this fine Tuesday. And I hope you were able to get some tacos. Because Taco Tuesday. Who doesn't love Taco Tuesday? People that can't get tacos. Those are the people that don't like Taco Tuesday. I just answered my own question. How about that? Well, my heart goes out to all of those that can't get tacos on Tuesday. So we're doing a fast taxi down to runway 19 to check out Panama City, check out the bridge, and then check out the canal. I don't know the name of the bridge, but it's a nice looking bridge. Well, we don't need to. There's Catbat. And we're just gonna kinda sneak around Randy. Pardon me, good sir. Strobe lights are on. And we're going to go ahead and get to flying. Bridge of the Americas. Aha! That makes sense. It kind of bridges north and central with south. Makes perfect sense. So we're rolling. Keep them doggies rolling. Rawhide. Okay, flaps are coming in. Oh boy. So we're going to make sure that we don't fly into this big old hill, because that would be embarrassing. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. S-O... A-N-N-E-S-K-G. And we got it. Awesome. So have a check out at Ann's channel. We'll definitely be checking that their channel out after the stream. Many thanks for the raid and the follow and all the other stuff. So is that the civilian airport or the one? That is a good question. I don't know. Tortuga may be able to better answer that than I. This just happens to be the one that I watched Squirrel land in way back in the early days of Flight Sim 2020. Regional. Yeah, it kind of does have a civilian terminal feel. It just needs a facelift. Right. So now that most everybody is up and away, might as well turn some radios on, if the button will let me. Pardon the brief. Let's see. Tacoma isn't in the sim. It's the international import. Gotcha. So we're gonna look at this crazy bridge that goes out over the water and loops back. I don't know if it's technically a bridge or not, but it's definitely. I would probably have some anxiety going over it because I don't do water very well. But it's nuts. This goes out into the ocean and then back. My water bottle's empty. Boo. Oh, it doesn't. Is it supposed to be a tunnel? Oh dear, that's hilarious. Let's get the engine powered back a little bit. Uh-oh, we have a conflict of information. I have no reason to doubt either one of you. I've never been here in real life. So definitely a stark contrast in building types. Kind of a cheese wedge shaped. Cheese wedge meets sailboat kind of shape to it. Oh, for sure. Definitely get the impression of it, of the city's beauty. Kind of get a steeper turn going here. This one on the right kind of looks like somebody took a Jenga tower and twisted it. And it just held shape. Neat looking architecture though. Still a bar called My Place. It's entirely possible. Cool. So we're gonna go check out the Bridge of the Americas now, which is just over yonder. As we trim out the airplane to not climb any more than we want it to. And there is the Bridge of the Americas. I think WB 1990 is checking it out. I wonder if you could fly underneath it. If only we had Murphy to test it out. That looks like should be a stadium of some kind. There goes 6 knots. Oh, looks like the one near here live. Nice. It's a very nice looking bridge. Here comes WB 1990. Well, it sort of worked. There's 6 knots. Well, again, it sort of worked. It was just some concrete box there. It might have been finished after. Aha. Nice. Alright, so we need a steeper or a tighter turn. I might have to watch out for the tankers and cruise liners as you go under the bridge. Oh, for sure. They're always a pesky obstacle in the way of fun and daredevilish flying. I'd fly under it, but it would reset Sim Toolkit Pro, and that would be annoying. So, for now, we'll fly over it. Very awesome bridge. Looks like it's reasonably well represented here in the sim. So, now we fly over the southern part of the Panama Canal. There's Papa Joe, there's Ed. Simcom 737 is now found. Many thanks, my dude. Glad to have you along for the flight. Hope you enjoy what you see. I saw you go under, Ed. It worked. A little bit of a visual glitch, but it seemed to go just fine. The problem is it would reset. It would if it kind of glitches like it did, like it showed for you guys. It would count it as a landing in Sim Toolkit Pro, so the tracking would get all weird and become a hassle to reset. So these are, I think these are some of the locks that they have to change the from different water heights, like Sydney Harbor Bridge. Aha. Another area that we need to explore some more. And some more locks over here. A lot of history behind the Panama Canal that I probably should have written or looked up and wrote notes on. It says the Miraflores, the old locks to the left is the new big ones. Aha! Looks like old Fort Clayton on the right. Ooh. So don't mind the visual glitch. There's a ship coming through into the lock. Little geometry issue. It certainly is. And there be another bridge. Not as fancy as the other one, but it's certainly tall and long. Must not hit terrain. Seems like there's some missing satellite imagery over here, which is fine. So we're gonna keep flying roughly down the river. Beautiful countryside. Not a complaint in the world about that. There's some terrain that we're not going to fly into. Here's Kingsman. You know, it's fun flying, seeming to fly as fast as we are, but we're really, but we aren't. We are, but we aren't. You get a real sense of speed flying this low, even in such a small, reasonably underpowered air. Well, I say underpowered. It's not really underpowered. Low-powered aircraft, and you still kind of end up feeling like you're really booking it, if that makes any sense. The large lake in the middle of the canal is called Lake Gatun, and it's artificial. Aha. I have no idea if we're going the right way now. I think we're not. I have a strong feeling that... Oh, we're going the right way. Never mind. See, this is why I shouldn't doubt myself so much. Let's see. Yes, it is. It's the default non-Aerobat 152. Fun little airplane. Little puddle jumper. Or commuter. It's a lot of fun. Beautiful countryside. Cannot get past that. So this is quite clearly the main shipping lane, with plenty of nooks and crannies for pirates to hide. I mean, other sailors to make shore. Can only imagine what snakes and spiders and other things that want to eat you live in this area, both in and out of the water. Look at that. That's just neat. Let's see. Change to the school. Right on. Let's see. That's 109. It is. We trekked through this rainforest for 3 hours. Not somewhere I really want to find as a kind of as a leisure walk. I believe it. I believe it. So we're going to gain some altitude here. because we're actually coming up fairly close on our next stop at Mike Papa Echo Juliet. Enrique A. Jimenez, if I'm pronouncing that remotely correctly. Ed's on my 6th. Got you in sight, my friend. We're going to increase RPMs a wee bit to start climbing. Nice little bit of exposed rock. So the airport should be off to our right. Let's see, I almost bought a 152 in real life so I could work on getting flight hours, and I looked at the anchor costs, maintenance costs, annuals, fuel, insurance, and decided renting was the way to go. Yeah, 150s and 152s are not expensive. It's the maintenance costs, it's the hangar rentals, it's the all the extra stuff that really makes it difficult. And renting isn't a bad way to go until you can get your own. The next airport is in the city of Colon. The Spanish used to transport gold from there to Panama City in the old pirate days. Nice. Yar. So, if memory serves, the other locks and stuff are actually this way. Yeah, insurance, fuel, oil. I mean, I think the low price at my local airport for avgas, which is 100 low lead, is $4 a gallon. What's going on? So we're going to check out the northern locks, assuming they're where I think they are. I gotta look some up. Let's see. How many liters in a U.S. gallon? Hey, there they are. Okay, so 1 U.S. gallon is 3.8 liters. So if you divide $4 a gallon into liters, that's almost a buck a gallon, or a buck a liter. If I'm doing my math correctly, which I'm probably not. So you got locks on this side, which seem to be under construction, and locks on the other side that seem to be operational. Definitely in need of some photogrammetry. I don't even want to think about insurance costs, and the maintenance you can find maintenance at reasonable rates depending on where you look, especially at some of the smaller A&P mechanics. The smaller FBOs are probably going to be a little more reasonable in price. But even then, you still have to. It's not cheap. There's nothing inexpensive about real life flying. And if you're really feeling adventurous, you can always build your own airplane. Get a home built, like an RV, or a Vans aircraft. If I were to home build an airplane, though, it'd be one of the Titan T-51s. Because why not build your own 3/4 scale Mustang? I mean, a Vans experiment, a Vans home built, as one of my phone panels falls again. They'd be neat, but come on, if you could have your own Mustang, even if it's not like a full scale Mustang, who wouldn't want your own Mustang? And I think at one point they were working on a 3/4 scale Spitfire too. You have some different engine options with those, so it's yeah. The state of Panama takes a fee of up to $450 for each ship passing through. Around 60 to 80 ships passing. Although if you take into consideration the money that goes through, the money that the shipping companies, make off of that stuff, $450 is, unless that's $450,000, that's a lot of money. That's a lot. That's a stonks. You're talking stonks right there. So we're going to. There's Warhamster. Yeah, 400. Yeah, I looked at it a second time. I'm like, wait a minute, I might be misreading something here. So we're going to land from the north. And this is going to be a quick landing. Because I have to get my nav situation sorted. Although I had planned on stopping here anyhow. It just kind of works out in a couple of ways. Everything's usually... Yeah, it confused me for a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. So... we're... Notch flat. Yeah. And that was the whole purchase of the canal. Because not only is it the cost to go around, but just the time. You have to go around a whole other continent. There's Ed down. Coming in on runway 18. 69 foot per minute. Not too shabby. So we're just going to reckless abandon off to the side. Set the parking brake. Drone cam. Sir Black Lot's in. And runway 18 is open for landings. There's WB 1990. Glad to have you along, Magic 888. You take care, and we'll catch you on Discord and the next stream. As Catbat's coming in. Ooh, Cap 10. Nice. War Hamster. Rad Pilot Randy is in. There's Druid. There's Draco, Papa Joe. Chilled Corky's here. That's part of the challenge. There's 6 knots. I think that's a very pleasant evening. You take care, Noel. Glad to have you along. We'll catch you on Discord and in the next stream for sure. You have a good evening as Tortuga comes in. Nicely done. There's Rogers RC. Nicely done. Who else? Who else? Warhamster just subscribed. Many thanks, my friend. As Redman comes in for landing on runway 18. And that's it. So, from here, we're going to go to this screen while I do a couple of back-end things. Oh no, Hal died. Crashed the desktop. I'm so sorry. That's not good. It certainly looks interesting just from the satellite imagery. Let's see. Randy Hurst has got to go. Enjoyed the flight. Glad you did. Glad you were here. You have a good evening, Randy. Yeah, lots of good landings. Superb by everyone. So we're going to change that. Yeah, that we'll leave it there. And fly. You take care, Draco. Glad to have you along. Get you some dinner. And we'll catch you on the Discord and the next stream. Six Knots has to go as well. Well, glad to have you along, and we'll catch you. There's Rogers RC with the follow. Many thanks. That's what I forgot to add to that screen. So, get this. Oh, come on, you. Start. There we go. Oops. No. Next, we fly close to... Aha! Portobello. Named after the mushroom. So, parking brake off. Taxi power set. Avionics on. Ah. ADF. The pirate Henry Morgan raided Portobello. His ship later sank off the coast with large amounts of gold and treasure on board. It's never been found, and loads of people are still looking, no doubt. Plunder. Well, hello in the pits. So we gotta set our trim. And we're gonna go ahead and get rolling. Oh dear. Oh dear. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. We got places to be. Mixture to full, slowly add the power in. There's 50 knots, notch of flaps in, 60 knots, slight pull back on the yoke, and we're airborne. John is here. Good to see you. Kingsman also has to go. You have a good night. You take care, and we'll catch you when we catch you. There's 300 feet. Flaps coming up. Start left-hand turn. There's Warhamster. John Mathers has to go. No worries. You take a UK words. You have a great evening, and we will catch you. Awesome, Kingsman. Many thanks. Pull back on the power. Looks like there used to be a runway, a cross runway, and is no longer there. So we'll go ahead and start turning on course. Bit of a hill to fly around, but that's okay. Nicely done, Hammy. A Cap 10 in the pits. Let's see. Although, if we do this, 082, 109, even, there. Set to 08, 0. Actually, I could probably do 082. Yeah, we'll probably go around the coast because that's fun. There's Ed Reed. Flap should be up. Oh dear. Now what in blazes? Don't want to gain any more altitude. Don't make me do the thing. See, Ed Reed's got the right idea. My plane just doesn't want to go along for it. For some curious reason. It's being obstinate. Yes, you're flying low over the trees. It's what I want my plane to be doing, but it just wants to climb. Although I seem to have gotten it to get along with the program. Because I see you out ahead of me and above the trees. Yeah, my pitch trim suddenly went to very, very, very fine instead of the steps that it was at, which is really weird. So we fly over the coast. I believe it's the northern coast of Panama. Ooh, that's not good. You're in the Seminole? Interesting. Very peculiar. I love it when the mountains are backlit. Look at that. Isn't that something? Yeah, I can't wait to check out this section in VR, because the first leg in VR was pretty spectacular, but this has got to be epic. Start avoiding some mountains. There we go. It's Idle Havoc 2 tuned. You just tried it. Nice. This bay is where Portobello is. Aha. It's the Mushroom Town. You'll have to forgive me. I think I hear Portobello and mushrooms. Nice little place. Building on the left is really a ruin of a fort. Aha. I will fly down this little valley. I got 160 acres in the valley. 160 acres of the best. Nice. It's definitely very beautiful over here. Can't wait to see it in VR. It's apparently Murphy approved. Ooh. It's an absolutely stunning area. That's a jet flying overhead. Not in the sim, but in real life. I'll be darned. Low approach. Oh, for sure. It gets my seal of approval. Just look at it. It's a snap, crackle, and pop kind of day. Should be getting relatively close. We're about halfway there. About 17 minutes to go. Definitely a lot of sights to behold here. Head direct to the airport, need to land and sign off. Have a Zoom meeting this evening. you have a good evening, Papa Joe. You have a good time with that Zoom meeting. And we will definitely catch you on Discord and on the next stream for sure. And be careful of the snow. Here. Here. Aha, we've been intercepted. Interesting. There goes Papa Joe. There you go, Papa Joe. Stay warm. Zoom meetings don't worry about snow. It's kind of why I think with the learned ability of outside was basically a virtual classroom sort of situation, there's going to be no more snow days for school kids. Which we used to love snow days because that just means you didn't have to go to school. Now they figured out how to do school over the internet. Snow days are a thing of the past. Although I do think at some point having that in-school, in-person experience is necessary because it allows kids to experience and get accustomed to the social aspects of social interaction, which is something that school helps facilitate. But we'll see. There's Ed out over to the ocean. So we've gone from the Pacific Ocean over to the Atlantic Ocean. There's Cat Bat down there. Made a lot of video. There's the old war hamster flying as slow as possible. So I made a lot of video calls since March. I bet. That doesn't surprise me at all. One of my sisters-in-law is a teacher. Should try to land. Oh, I bet he will. I have no doubt in my mind that Warhamster will definitely make an attempt to land the F-15 at the next airfield. Uh-oh. Let's see. Ein Moment. Let's try something. Because once it starts doing that, it starts getting weird. Must be careful, absolutely. Oh, sure you did, Warhamster. You always plan ahead. It's kind of like Joker in was it The Dark Knight? Do I look like a man? Do I look like a guy with a plan? So we should be getting close. Oh, he's planning ahead. I understood. You know, time with. No. Yeah. So we're getting oh so close. Might pick something faster for the final leg. Even though it's not a very long leg. Good to have a little fun every now and then and whatnot. And long. Feel like I'm now behind everybody. I'm behind most everybody. Yeah, I can't wait to take the F-15 back out for a spin. Just with a lot of things that this weekend was not a very good weekend for me. But between trying to upgrade the computer, I had a migraine both Saturday night, Sunday night, and last night, which was no fun at all. Which made it really difficult to do much of anything. So I haven't done a whole lot of flying. Outside of the little bit of VR I did last night after a chunk of my migraine subsided. And Murphy's starting to post dangerous things on his Discord channel again. Gotta watch out for that one. So we're coming up on the island. There's Ed. There's Kebmo, Papa Joe B, Warhamster, Redmen. Oh, I'm sure the SR-71 will come very soon. Well, maybe not very soon, but soon. When it's ready. I know we're due to get a Concorde here soon. How's it going? Good to see you. Happy you're along. I'm doing all right. Hope you're well. 10 liters 65. So we're reducing power for our descent. Now the problem is I don't remember what. I think I figured it out. We'll just do a straight in. We're just gonna really pull back the power. We're gonna do a bit of a slip. Everybody's landing downwind. There's 80 knots. Let's go ahead and get 2 notches of flaps. Runway 24 is into the wind. Well, is into the wind. Aha. Well, I'll break the pattern and I'll land on 2-4. This would have been a great place to land the widget on the water tank. Oh, 100%. One thing I've noticed about transitioning from water to land in amphibious aircraft is it's glitchy. It's easier to go from land to water than it is from water to land. Okay, so we got put all the flap in. We're gonna do a bank and yank. Oh, we really need more power, and we need trim to not be so slow. Oh, this is not going to be my finest approach. Alright. We're basically there. There's Ed. My apologies, Ed. It's a stiff landing, but it worked. We'll quickly get out of Hammy's way. Oh, he's gonna call it off. We're gonna parking brake. So we've got to make sure that we're catching, at the very least, Hammies. So runway 24, Hammy. And the drone camera is slow. There we go. So we'll see if Warhamster can pull it off. Not a lot of real estate, and it's a really skinny runway. As Ed pulls sentry duty, catching the landings from the cockpit. Let's see, I'm running in the end. Uh-oh. You have a good night, Papa Joe, and we'll catch you Thursday. So we've got 3 people coming inbound. There's Rogers. You can almost hear the ocean. There's Tortuga. And now just waiting on Hammy, who's almost in. There's Catbat and Redman. Well, I'll be darned, Hammy. You done did it. So we got Catbat and Redman coming in. Ooh, look at the crab on that one. Caught the wheels and it knocks it 50 knots off. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, you caught it right on the edge. This island looks bigger in satellite imageries. Alright, so we're going to switch back to Nya. We're going to change aircraft. Something a little faster without going overboard, and something that can take off from this little airfield. So bear with me a little bit. So we're going to take off. Oh dear, there's no... Oh good. No, you dirty rotten. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to MPPS La Joya. Set as arrival. We're going to see. Oh, and you had a 30 knot headwind. That'll help. Let's see. What are we gonna? Yeah, let's get into C-17. That'll work. So I'm a little faster. You know, we haven't taken. Well, it's 7 degrees true. Uh-oh. We're going to take out. Oh, to heck with it. We'll take this out. Another one of those planes that doesn't get enough loving in my book. So I hope you're all having a good Tuesday, and if you weren't before the stream, I hope you are now. If you're able to get tacos, get you some tacos. It's Taco Tuesday. And if you can't get tacos, well, get something that looks kind of like a taco. Get a slice of bread, put a little meat in it, a little cheese, maybe a little lettuce, and then fold it in half, and you got a little taco. Okay, so we're gonna switch back to Nya. as everything is just beeping. Avionics lights off. Those are on. Alright, so avionics, nav light, G1000, inset off. We're going to set you for 2,500 feet. Nav, CDI. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get rolling. Like I said, wanted to get a little faster, not super fast. There's the fuel pump. The 182 does not get enough lovin' in my book, or in my opinion. The way in which I see the world. Much like the L19 and the 152. Just airplanes that need a little bit more showing off. There's John E. So we're going to get down here and we're going to swing her around. Strobe lights are going on. So we're gonna spool up the engine, release the brakes. Rolling, 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 and we're off to the races. Laps coming up. See. Yeah, do you even have the cap? If you don't have the 182, that's why you saw it, unless you're running generic models. Letting everybody get a chance to take off. Okay, everybody's up in air, so we're going to go ahead and activate the old autopilot. We'll try to do our best to not be super fast. Let's get up to cruise altitude real quick. Draw back the power a bit. Ah, that's what you're referring to. Gotcha. I thought you were referring to me in the Skylane. My apologies. Okay, double checking airspeeds. Panama Ivan. Here's a username that's right on the nose. So I definitely think, because the 182 had several problems right off the bat, you know, between frame rate issues and sound issues, and having an issue where you couldn't have more than one of them flying at any given time in the same area, and it was unfortunate because I really like it, but it seems most of the issues have gone away. Which is nice. Waiting for El Simo to load. See, there are a few little airports on the other side of the bay from where we took off from. If you want to load in there, said. Yeah, I just gotta wait for the sim to start up one way or the other. Just patiently awaiting that. Let's see. Are you starting from the last airport? I don't know yet. I just have to wait for the sim to finish loading. I'll evaluate it when the sim gets to the point where I can. There we go. Thank you, Sim, for finally deciding to load. Okay, so down here in Panama, we're going to do that. So we're going to start on the other side of the bay, not that other airport. And I think we're just going to get into the... Once I can find the thing, into that. So I'll be starting from MPTU. And going to MPTO. And set time. We'll call it noon. What the heck is that? Oh, that. All right, there we go. Ready to fly. So put that notch of flaps back up. There we are, and parking brake release. I've got MPTO. So we're really skimming the tree line right now. Get those flaps in. I knew that. Yeah, Mike Papa Tango uniform is where I took off from, en route to Mike Papa Tango Oscar. As I've been intercepted. So back in the trusty 172. It doesn't take away from what I was saying about the 182. It's just the timing was interesting. See, you will cooperate. Nav mode, vertical speed 1, 2. Stunning countryside. One flaps didn't. Sorry, can't finish. Glad you're able to come along, Ed. It's good having you. You enjoy your dinner, and we will catch you in the next flight and on Discord for sure. It's been a nice little flight in. Oh dear. Sim Toolkit Pro. Disconnect. Connect to Sim. Do that again. Current flight. Yes. Happy flyage. Okay, come on. There we go. Thank you, Sim Toolkit Pro, for figuring life out. As there's a wild hammy. that light on. We could use some strobes. It's just beautiful scenery, without a doubt. As we prepare for the Warhamster F-15 Slow Flight Challenge. Can he get to us before we land? Let's see, community meetup at my uncle's plantation. Absolutely. We'll tell you what. Schedule it right after our get together at Oshkosh. Actually, check that. Schedule it for the winter, so it's a little bit more of a mild temperature. Whenever the cooler season is down there. And we'll all make arrangements to head that way. Fair enough. Figured out 2 updates for Win 10. Aha! That makes sense. That would have an effect. I don't... It's annoying that it does, because it shouldn't, but... It is what it is. But thanks for the heads up, Ed. Do appreciate it. I guess it would be the slightly less warmer season. You can't even see that Hammy is creeping up. There you go. Stuff. They say stuff in it. Anyway, here it goes. Yeah. You have a good one, Ed. Do appreciate the heads up. So we're almost to our destination. That's around summer, but that's also the range. Aha. Oh boy, 30C. That's a warmin'. And Warhamster is up, up, and away. Yeah, 80. Yeah, that's warm. So we're coming right up on the old airport. We're 7 miles out. Kill the autopilot. I can imagine you're going from something that's super fast to trying to keep speed with something that's really comparatively slow. So we're going to start our descent. Yeah. And fun fact, I learned that U.S. military, at least fighter aircraft, don't have the restriction of less than 250 under 10,000. And if ATC tells them that, to stay below, they say unable. The fighter pilot can say unable because it's unsafe. Because at 250, the pitch attitude of like an F-16 or an F-15 has to be so great that it's hard to see over the nose, and thusly makes it more difficult to see traffic, and thus creating a dangerous situation. So the fighter aircraft, at least over the U.S., can disregard that restriction due to the nature of the speed of the fighters needing to be at a meet certain requirements. So there's Fun Fact Tuesday. Fun Fact Taco Tuesday. Alright, so we're essentially on final. We're gonna dial her back, pitch up, loosen airspeed. Hemi should have no problem on this runway. Hemi, no whammy. Boy, it'd be really nice to lose some airspeed. And there's 2 notches of flaps finally. Well, there's an airport in front of me. You could do a grass landing in an F-15. That's a negative. Mike Papa Tango Oscar. Thanks for the file. The follow, Royal Chuck 14. Much appreciated, my friend. It's entirely plausible that this one is only there because of Navigraph. That's aha. So it's definitely it's definitely here because of Navigraph. So make the best landing you can, unless it's a bunch of trees. Definitely is a benefit of Navigraph. it adds some missing airfields. Let's do that. This. Landing speed should be about 140, I think. Yeah, I can see there's definitely airplanes baked into the scenery. There's a 727. It looks like a C-130. That's half the fun. Will hide me. It's I want to say roughly $10 US a month, but it has a wealth of nav data, charts, chart access. It updates little nav map. It updates Sim Toolkit Pro. Updates the flight sim itself. I want to say it's just like €8 a month. I'd never thought that I would use it, but it's come in very, very handy. Yeah, there's a local airport that up here in Michigan that my grandpa and I would go to frequently throughout the year, and it wasn't in the flight sim until I got Navigraph. Well, Johnny made it down, so it can be done. Here comes Tortuga. So at least with Navigraph, it will add at least the runway. Maybe not the taxiways, but it should add at least the runway. Gibbo Ireland's in the house. Good to see you, my dude. It's been a fantastic stream. Just coming to our final destination of the evening. An airport that both exists and doesn't exist in Flight Sim, depending on the presence of Navigraph. Hope you're well, my dude. And no worries about the lurkage. Ooh, a pair of F-15s. So the F-15s are down. Here comes Rogers. In a 339. Nicely done. Yeah, it's unfortunately it doesn't seem that this airport really exists outside of Navigraph for in flight sim. If we kind of explore it, because that kind of looks like a C-130. That's an airliner. That's a terminal building. So you can see spots for aircraft where it should be, but sadly it looks as though they don't exist completely, which is a shame because it's a nice little airport. There's an aha. Well, regardless, I only wish I could have seen your perspective there, Warhamster. Well, that being all said and done, I do appreciate you all coming along for the ride. It's been a good flight, seeing a lot of good scenery, and a couple of sim crashes, but it happens. It's flight sim. Glad you all came along. Thanks for all the new follows, the raid from Ann, to all the new follows, the subscribes, the donations. Much appreciated to everyone for coming along. I do really appreciate it. I hope that you all have a fantastic rest of your evening. And until the next stream, be good to each other. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you next time. Take care.